Mars Transit Effect report. This particular report is very thorough, and this report will last for more than a month, and may I say the 1 month plus. So this is a Mars Transit Effect for all of you, and this is a report of around about 40 days of Mars Transit Effect. So press the bell for liking and become our subscriber. Significance of transiting Mars from 2nd April till 11th of May 2026 in English. Mars has traditionally been considered a very malefic planet in Indian astrology that is more likely to produce evil than good. But this is not so, and this is not true. Although, as is the case with any planet, if the energies of Mars are allowed to operate to excess, its effects can be, may I say that, quite difficult. But usually there is nothing to fear from its transit. And in fact, its energies are a vital part of our life. Mars is an energy planet. Specifically, it rules the energy that an individual uses to maintain himself or herself in the face of pressure from all his or her environment. The Mars energy says that is what I am and I can be no other way. That is Mars within you. And prepare the individual to fight, to face, to act, if necessary, to maintain his or her position. Obviously, one can have no individuality without this energy. No one. Male, female, no one. Without Mars energy, you will not have any personality. It is a fundamental part of the ego and drive. Ego, drive, and anyone in whom this energy is weak is not much of a personality. In socially, we call them wet lettuce or call them names. Person with the weak Mars often do the things that are attributed to a strong Mars, such as acting extremely irritable, such as extremely argumentative. These people have to constantly reassure themselves that they are strong, which would be unnecessary if they really were strong. When you're really strong, you don't need assurances. But when you're quite weak person and you know you're weak, you need all the time assurances. It is true, however, that a person with a strong Mars is likely to be rather domineering, will not be submissive, will always stand for himself or herself against all the odds. Mars, with a strong Mars with a person, this person is himself or herself is an army. Mars is also connected with the work and physical energy. And often its transit signify a day when you feel very energetic and extremely vigorous. In fact, one way to ensure that a Mars transit will not cause dispute or argument with others, which is a sign of male functioning of Mars energy, is to have plenty of hard work to do. The negative side of Mars most often manifests itself when there is no other outlet of its energy. As Mars transit in each planet in your horoscope, the energy area of life related to this planet will become energized. When Mars transit each and every planet in your house, each and every house in your house, in horoscope, I'm going to repeat this again from here. As Mars transit each and every house in your house horoscope, the area of life related to that house will become energized. When Mars transits Venus, you seek out physical love. When Mars transits Mercury, you look for mental activity. But there's more to it than that. When Mars transits a planet, your ego drive are likely to incorporate of that planet's energies. You will try to establish your individuality toward others through the issue related to that planet. This can result in conflict with others if the energy gets too strong or encounters serious resistance from others. And of course, there is nothing wrong with good fight. If it serves some purpose, fighting is one way to learn about your own strength in an interpersonal sense. As Mars transit each house, the affair of that house become energized. Just as with the transited Mars, also you will be most active or seek to assert yourself through the affair of the house occupied by transiting Mars. Here again, you are most likely to have a conflict with others in this area of your life. The only real danger with Mars is that its energies, when submitted to the physical level, can signify accident, specifically from burns or fires, and illness involving fever and infection. This is often the result of frustrated ego energies. Although you have to dig around in your psyche to realize that this, you must learn to express your resentment and anger, for they are a legitimate part of your being. Capricorn, month of April 2026. Mars transit of Mars in 3rd house, Capricorn, starting from 2nd April 2026, it will carry on to 11th of May 2026. Mars transiting through 3rd house. Due to this particular period, when Mars transiting through 3rd house, Mars is a lord of 4th house, Capricorn, and lord of your 11th house. Mars 4th aspect on your 6th house, 7th aspect on your 9th house, 8th aspect on your 10th house. So during this time period, there will be rising in courage, confidence, and communication. You will be acting very brave, determined, and driven. There will be rising in personal comfort. You will be able to overcome a lot of your enemies. There will be a rising in luck and prosperities. Capricorn, you will be recognized and appreciated. You will have to overcome a lot of your problems. And may I say that a lot of your complications. You will be able to overcome a lot of your hassles, debts, and enemies. Your status in social circle will get enhanced. You will acquire land, vehicle, wealth. Capricorn, you're dominating a lot of opponents. There may be favor from authorities. Your family may suffer due to ego and aggression. Your desire will get fulfilled during this time period. There will be success through personal effort. If under any litigation, you will succeed. You will be endowed with property. You may be enterprising, ambitious. Will progress through your own effort, definitely. Capricorn, during this the time period of Mars transiting through your 3rd house, this bringing some good timing could be regarded especially well for financial gain. During this time period, you are likely to make money in your trade, in your profession. You are likely to acquiring a valuable ornaments during this time phase. Work should be on smooth sailing and you're likely to succeed in matter of importance. Your undertaking would see a success. If employed, you're likely to be promoted to a position of greater authority and honor. Your success would boost your self-confidence and strengthen your willpower more during this time period. Health would remain good. You would shine and have a health and vigor vitality. Your enthusiasm is likely to be at top. You would be relieved from all your past confusion, obstacles, worries, and tensions. This time also see you indulging in exotic culinary delights. Your enemies would be defeated. You would be at the peace with your mind. Avoid any trip abroad as it may not bring as in the desired result during this phase of time. Mars in third house. What the applied astrology says, the tempo of your everyday life will pick up considerably during this particular transit. Your energies will be high. There is a considerable danger of conflict with immediate neighbors, relatives, brother and sisters, the other person whom you encounter daily. However, you may be able to get together with these people and collectively accomplish something beautiful that would represent a positive working out of the energies of this transit. You identify very strongly with your ideas and opinion at this time. You are rather inclined to be argumentative. If someone disagrees with you, it seems like personal affront instead of identifying with your position. As in the second house transit, you identify with your beliefs. Of course, there is time when you have to defend your ideas on any subject. You ought to do so. Then, the problem here is identifying whether or not there is a real issue at stake. You may get into pointless argument by defending a position that doesn't need to be defended. Beware of trying to coerce others into believing as you do. You put forth your ideas with considerable vigor at this time, which may provoke others. Even your routine communication, letters, conversations, email may take on defined tone, and this especially if you feel that others have had the upper hand at other time. Remember that an over-aggressive Mars energy is a sign of deficiency, of someone who does not really feel secure. On the other hand, if you have to sell an idea of yours to someone in your job or anywhere else, this is a good time to do so. As longer you refrain from giving people the impression that you are attacking them, you will impress them by the power of which you state your ideas. This transit is also good for any kind of vigorous mental work, but your mental level is high. You can work longer than usual at intellectual tasks, but refrain from losing temper. Right now, eligible new members to the Prakash Astrologer app can also claim a complimentary one-to-one basic consultation with me. After you register on the app, you receive your welcome email. You will then have 7 days to book your free session and bring the most important question on your mind so you can get clear personal guidance. So don't hesitate. Visit astrology.prakashastrologer.com and sign up today, and together we'll remove as much as uncertainty from your life as possible.